The detective said missing kids usually come home. What happens when they don't?
Based on a true story.
Police looking for John Gacy.
We discovered bodies. By the looks of it, they're younger men.
The things he did to those kids. He's sick.
The system failed these families.
Devil in Disguise, John Wayne Gacy. Streaming now, only on Peacock.
Do you know how many there are?
Up to you to find out.
Welcome to the RuPaul's Drag Race Recap Show for Season 17, Episode 13, titled Drag Family Makeover. Is that what it's called? I think
it's Drag Baby Mamas or something like that.
Yeah. I put it. I didn't know what the title was, and I put a placeholder, and then forgot to go fix it.
The level
My name
of
is Joe
unprofessionalism.
Batanz. I know, and I am joined, as always, by one filial co-host from the podcast. Bravo, effing bravo. Please say...
She's feeling the boobs. She's feeling the boobs.
To Nathan Patrick Brown. Hello, Nathan. How are
Hey,
you? What's
Joe.
up? Wait, what did you just laugh at? We've exposed that I'm not playing any audio right now.
How are you?
I'm doing just fine.
That's great.
I'm just feeling a little delicious right here over here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a lot delicious?
No, cut to Nathan trots away on his horse.
That's funny.
By the way, if you want to know what we're talking about, there's a very easy way to know what we're talking about, and that is to sign up for Patreon. Become an afterthought. That's what we call the people who support us. They're not called Patreon supporters, even though I do refer to them sometimes. They're just called afterthoughts, but it's like THOTS, the thoughts. What's funny is I'll have serious conversations with other hosts about, something. I'm like, ugh, and the afterthoughts,
Yeah, I was going to say, I've heard you call them other things.
Oh, it depends on who it is. But anyway, but there's, you know what? I was going to write down all the things that are going on here. Lot going on. If you were listening to the Tea on the public feed, there's a new episode coming up. By the way, the Tea is an amazing show. And if you're not listening to it, you're missing out. We're going to discuss Lori's wedding. And if you're not on the exclusive tier, you're really missing out because Lori chose the most boring stories from her wedding to tell on the public feed version of the show. Lori even called me.
Yeah.
And she said, oh, my stories were boring. And we're like, yeah, you talked about changing lanes. Like, let's told a 10-minute story.
Time, I felt like I was there.
Yeah, like she's. I like how she goes like, Missy, I just got married, and I'm going to discuss it for the first time on a podcast. What I'm going to talk about? Oh, changing lanes. And a boutonniere.
Yeah.
And you're like, this is the story. But anyway, the exclusive tier had some really good shit. Why? Because I was telling the stories.
Yeah.
Speaking of, just between us girls. Executive tier level and above, patreon.com. They got the stories from the wedding that were great. If you want to do that, you can also do Apple Podcasts, where not only Apple Podcasts, when you subscribe, you get Just Between Us Girls, you also get the full show, commercial-free, total show. It's a whole package deal right there, apple.com. You just pay through your Apple account, and that's it. Now, what's funny, I want to tell Nathan a funny story, you guys shouldn't understand this, is... I told a pretty scandalous story about something that happened to me at Lori's wedding.
I can't stop thinking about it.
Really?
Not in that way. It's just...
Yeah, I was like, weird. And but what's funny is I had texted my ex, that's all I'll say. And remember I told you, I said I warned him about the exclusive tier bonus show of the tea, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, got it. He didn't say whether he'd listen or not. He goes, got it. Got the message. And then I had to go, oh, also, because then we went into even more graphic, explicit detail on Just Between Us Girls.
Oh, yeah.
This past week. It was crazy. sign up. People have emailed me, and they've been emailing me all season, but it's not until this week that I go, you know what? We really are kind of on fire right now at Drag Race Recap. I don't know how I do it. And I'm not saying it to flatter myself. I'm saying that because I legitimately don't know how I do it. Because I have this job and I have this job and another job. I'm like a Jamaican over here. And then also putting this all together.
Uh-huh.
Blackstone told me to say that.
Okay.
Anyway, Nathan, you're adding nothing to the show, so I don't know how that's any different. Do you have anything to say?
No, I was just listening about how the show's so successful because of everything you do, and I don't know how you do it. And I was like, oh.
No, but
it's a one-man show, apparently. I'll just sit here in silence.
I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean the show. I meant the whole network right now, the content we're putting out. And I don't know how we're handling it. There's so much going on.
And yet, on the show, we're actually recapping. It's the opposite. It's never been less to talk about. It's never been less.
I really don't know what we're gonna, because this episode was just all hugs and kisses, and I do have a big takeaway, but we'll talk about it right after this break. We will be back soon. And after break, check it out.
The family that vacations together stays together. At least, that was the plan. Except now, the dastardly desk clerk is saying he can't confirm your connecting rooms.
Wait, what?
That's right, ma'am. You have rooms 201 and 709.
No, we cannot be 5 floors away from our kids.
The doors have double locks. They'll be fine.
When you want connecting rooms confirmed before you arrive, it matters where you stay.
Welcome to Hilton. I see your connecting rooms are already confirmed.
Hilton, for the stay.
Every who down in Who Newville liked the holidays a ton. But where to get great prices on gifts, they had no idea. None. They searched and they searched for great gifts under $25. Gifts for spouses and friends and even their toddlers. When suddenly one who shouted, Walmart has what you want, knowing they have Lego, Tree Hut, and low prices to flaunt. So they enjoy the holiday season as who's often do. Cheering and shouting, Walmart has incredible gifts. Who knew? Find gifts they'll love under $25 at Walmart.
This episode is brought to you by Indeed. Stop waiting around for the perfect candidate. Instead, use Indeed sponsored jobs to find the right people with the right skills fast. It's a simple way to make sure your listing is the first candidates see. According to Indeed data, sponsored jobs have 4 times more applicants than non-sponsored jobs. So go build your dream team today with Indeed. Get a $75 sponsored job credit at Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply.
And we are back. This week, the girls spill the tea by answering questions about each other. And for this week's Maxi Challenge, the queens will make over their parents. In the end, Sam Starr is named the winner of the challenge, while Anya Nerve and Jules Sparkles are placed in the bottom 2. After a lip-sync battle for their lives, both queens are told, Shantae, you stay. Nathan, Patrick, Brown, what did you think of that lip-sync, and were the right queens in the bottom?
Well, I thought the lip sync was pretty good. They were both pretty evenly matched. I think I enjoyed Jules a little bit more than Anya until Anya kicked the wig, and I was like, well, that's fun. And yeah, I think they both deserve to be in the bottom. Their looks weren't as cohesive or as good as the others.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I agree. The lip sync was pretty good. It was pretty. You know what's funny is you could tell that they were intentionally showing you as evenly matched. So I'm like, oh, this is going to be a double Shantae. You could tell, and not just be, and it was a good lip sync. It wasn't one of the greatest lip syncs of all time, but it was a good lip sync. You could tell that's where the energy was going, and I was like, it'd be kind of shitty to send someone home in front of their parent, you know?
Yeah. I mean, they've done that before, right? Like, well, I don't know of a parent, but at least a direct relative.
Maybe, I don't know. I gotta talk to someone who listens to the show or watches the show. And yeah, so the point is that it was worthy of it. It deserved it. It happened. It was a decent lip sync. Let's move on. They both they were there's only 5 left, so yeah.
Yeah.
You know, they were the 2 weaker ones. What was your big takeaway this episode, Nathan Patrick Brown?
My takeaway is on that double save, because I heard it was going to be a double save before I watched the episode, and I was kind of like, ugh. Like, I would have thought.
Oh, wait, you already heard?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah. So yeah, that was spoiled. But yeah, I thought because of the stupid fucking dunk tank, and that we'd already had like 2 non-eliminations this season.
Mm-hmm.
As well as like the opening where no one went home, I thought maybe we wouldn't have a double save this season, and I was kind of happy about that. And so when I heard it was going to be a double save, I was like, fuck this. But then I watched the episode and I was like, you know what, the vibes were high. It wouldn't have felt right to send someone home in that context. And I also think the top 5 aren't really that interesting, so giving them an extra week of backstory and character development is probably a good idea to help them build their cases for like the finale.
Good. Wait, hold on for a second. This is episode 13. They've had 13 episodes.
Yeah, and they're still not super interesting, but at least I've seen a bit more of Lexi this week.
So you
I've seen a
think
bit
one
more
more week
Jules.
is gonna like convince you?
I think someone like Jules, if she makes it to a top 4 or whatever, she can at least say like, yeah, I only won once, but I slayed this lip sync and I had a memorable father interaction. You know, like there's a little bit extra. I don't know.
I think my big takeaway is Lexi's mom.
What about her?
I want to take her away. No, is I had this, and I'll just discuss her right here. Is I had this opinion, okay, and then I like to, in like my downtime between watching the episode and recording the episode, I like to just it's not anything serious. It used to be serious. Now it's just a casual perusal of what the zeitgeist is feeling on Reddit.
Mm-hmm.
And I saw this post that was along the lines of like, leave Lexi's mom alone. Oh, no, first of all, I want to get into this. The person says, let me see if I can find it. The most
Do you mean
ridiculous...
Lexi's mom or Susie's?
No, Lexi's mom. And they were like, and the person says the most ridiculous shit. Let me see if I can find it. I'm assuming it was in RuPaul's Drag Race. Yeah, here it is. Yeah, it's the top one. The title is oh, wait, is it Susie's mom?
It's Susie's mom, I think. Because what did Lexi's mom do that's that crazy? Susie, I think...
No. It wasn't Susie's mom. It was Lexi's. This is not the one I was talking about. Yeah. It's not the one I was talking about.
Is it about pronouns?
It's the one about the pronoun ones.
I didn't see that, but I can't think of anything else her mom did.
I wish I could find it because the person said the stupidest shit on there.
Well, it's Reddit.
Well, they were like, I'm sick of what everyone is saying about Lexi's mom, because I could, like, it was like something really stupid. Like, they clearly, God, I don't remember what it was, where they were saying things where it was like, well, we know that she was being sincere because a person wouldn't do that. I'm like, yeah, I should have saved it, or maybe the person deleted it because there was a lot of fighting in the comments.
I think you've given us the gist. I feel like I've read it.
Well, yeah. The reason I was trying to find it is she did say something stupid like, everyone's saying she's just a narcissist and a sociopath,
what?
And she just did it for yeah. Wait, hold on, because she's not that they're not wrong, and because she did it for TV, but. Why would someone do that? So it's obviously not true. I'm like, no, that doesn't make any sense. Why is it obviously not true? Because she didn't seem, it was the stupidest. I wish I could find it. And you know what? I'll try and find it before Burlesque Thoughts. I'll bring it back. But the point is, I was like, oh, do I have to rethink my thing here? And look, I don't know Lexi's mom, right? I don't know Lexi's mom. I don't know Lexi. So I can't diagnose. I don't know anything about this Lexi's mom. I don't know anything about the way she's feeling. But here's what I'll tell you.
Yeah?
I think it's very telling to me. To me, it seems like the behavior of a total narcissist mom, what she did.
And which is what?
Which is because Lexi is like so touched that she's all like, I can't believe she's actually using my correct pronouns. And if we didn't know the story, the mom had kicked her out of the house when she was 18. Clearly, Lexi has sought the approval of her mother. And her mother never gave her that approval. Okay. But now Lexi's on television and the mom had a chance to go on television. And because it's not like, look, guys, they haven't been gone for months and the mom's been watching her on TV. She's been gone about 2 or 3 weeks, 4 weeks, right?
Yeah.
Last time she saw her mom was using he, him pronouns. And you're telling me, and all of a sudden, in these few weeks, with TV cameras on her and RuPaul there and all of them there, and now she's using the correct pronouns, and you think all of a sudden this is the real her? It's not the real her. It's a total farce what's happening here. And look, I don't know. I don't know. But it just seems very odd that this huge thing that Lexi's wanted, the woman never respected, all of a sudden she does on TV in front of cameras.
See, I kind of think it might be the other way around. It might be Lexi pushing that narrative. Because every time she used the correct pronoun, Lexi would go, she just used my right pronoun. In the workroom and on the stage. When she did it again on the main stage, she goes, she just said she. And it's like she kept calling attention to it. And I was like, maybe Lexi's just, I don't know. I mean, I thought it was sweet at the time, but now that you've put all this, like, you know, manipulation into my head, I'm like, I don't know.
Like I said, look, if the woman had not, her daughter was homeless, and she kicked her out. Well, she kicked her out, but then she was homeless. But what I'm saying is, I don't know any. I'm admitting that I don't know. It just seems very suspicious. And look, we think Lexi's a crazy person. Do you think a crazy person comes from a sane person? I mean, actually, Lexi acts like a person who had a narcissistic mother and she was just starving for her attention. And so many things she's doing is just look at me, pay attention, validate me from her mom.
Shit, maybe. I just love that this Redditor is now going to hear this and be like, no, that wasn't the point of my post.
I wish I could find it, but I should have found it before I was on the air. I wish there was somebody who would just find the post I'm talking about. That'd be fantastic. And then just post it in, let's say, a Discord channel. That would be amazing if someone did that.
It'd be
because
delicious.
I can't do it because I'm on the air.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, see, because when you first started talking, I saw the ones bitching about Susie's mum. I thought maybe you were going to talk about that.
Susie's mom is a trickier one. Susie's mom is a trickier one because you could easily brush it off as she was just really frightened by the cameras.
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying that there is a likelihood because then there's, later in the workroom, Susie's like, I wish my mom loved me or whatever she said, right?
Yeah.
And so there's clearly some sort of coldness there. She seems like a cold person, but look at this Susie Toot. She's another one that's starving for the mom's attention.
Yeah.
She's another one who's like named her character after her mom.
Yeah, quite like literally.
Yeah. Was literally I'm saying literally because you said it, but like named the character after her mom, is dancing and singing like a fool, has to always prove that she's smart, won't stop talking about how she went to Stanford, always talking about how she's going to use her face card to get into places for free, talking about how tacos aren't a thing in Mexico,
what a monster.
Constantly threatening to quit the show if I ever say anything negative about them. I mean, there's a lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway. Any other thoughts, Nathan? Any other big takeaways?
No.
All right. So this is the moment now where we're going to say goodbye to the public feed. You will get a curated version of the show starting now. I never really got a thing to cut that off. Okay, here we go. All righty. All right. After Lana's elimination, Sam cries as she wipes away Lana's mirror message. The girls congratulate Lexi and Anya on their joint win, and Anya specifically celebrates her 4th win. Finally, Anya performs an uninterpretive dance as a turkey, and Jules vows to stay in the competition. The next day, the girls enter the workroom ready for what the day brings. Next, RuPaul enters the workroom to announce this week's mini challenge. It's called Spill the Tea. Ru will ask a superlative question, and the queens who vote with the majority gets a point. In the end, Anya Nerve is named the winner of the challenge. Later, RuPaul announced this week's Maxi Challenge. The girls must make over their parents to be members of their drag families. This week, the girls will be making over their parents. What? The queens tearfully, I don't know why I wrote that twice. The queens tearfully welcome their loved ones with open arms, and they were as follows. All right. Sam Star's mom, who Luke thought and couldn't figure out in any way that her name was either Lexi or Leslie. Why wasn't this confirmed or not? Susie's mom is named Susan, Anya's dad Andre, Jules' dad Douglas, and Lexi's mom Tammy. I think her name was probably Leslie. I think if her name was Lexi, they would have commented like, "Oh, like Lexi Love."
Yeah, you'd think.
Yeah. So, okay, now that we have that, we've discussed who they are, who the characters are. Nathan Patrick Brown, did you have any thoughts on anything that happened after the elimination?
I just noticed that Sam was very emotional after the elimination, and it didn't really feel authentic. And then that sort of carries on the next day where she's like, I've been so in my head, I can't even shave. Like that, and they're clocking like that. She's actually got a fucking beard. I was like, there's a tiny little bit of stubble, but she kept like making that a big thing. And I'm like, I think this is just story producing. I don't think you're that upset.
So, well, this is after the elimination. That's the next day, right?
No, she's crying at the mirror moment, and then there's also the beard thing the next day. Yeah. But yeah, I think as soon as she won that lip sync, she was like, I'm just going to be sad about this and give myself a little bit of a storyline for a comeback narrative.
Well, I think they were trying to. They were sort of like, how do I put this? I think they wanted you to believe that Sam was crying because Alana was eliminated.
No,
but she was crying because she was in the bottom.
Yes,
which, by the way, was her first time in the bottom, and she basically was sending home like a person who had been like through it 4 or 5 times. So it's like, she was like, I took down the mighty Lana Jarre. I'm like, girl, no. Okay, let's talk about the crying first. She's crying. And she goes, oh, I'm a train wreck, girl. I'm like, that's not what the phrase is. Yeah, I'm a wreck. But if you're not a train wreck, if you're a train wreck, you're saying that you're complete, like, you're speaking negatively about yourself. It's a pejorative statement, like you're a hot mess.
And also something that other people can't tear their eyes away from.
Yeah. Nathan's throwing shade that she's boring. Next. Sam thinks, okay, so let's talk about Sam talking about what happened and stuff. And she's like, I'm mad at Lexi because she should have been with me. And I'm like,
let it go.
Why do you think that if you, like, in other words, Lexi, let's be honest, Lexi was riding Anya's coattails to that win.
Yes.
So why does Sam think that if she would have been with Lexi, they would have won? No, they would have just been at best safe.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah, they're crazy people.
Any other thoughts before I move? I don't want to just railroad everything that happened after the elimination.
I haven't really kept tabs on this, but I feel like every fucking week, Susie is on that couch when they're like about to de-drag, and she's like, and let me just say congratulations to the winners. And I'm like, why do you have to be the one that always has to congratulate people?
Because it's killing her. There's a scene in 30 Rock when, speaking of, Cheyenne Jackson's on, and he was like sort of like the male Jenna. Remember Jenna was, what was it? Lisa, what's her name? Jane Krakowski.
Yeah.
And there's a scene, I can't remember what happens, but Cheyenne Jackson's character, something really good happens to him. And he's telling Jenna, and she's trying to pretend she's happy for him, but her nose is bleeding.
Yeah.
That's Susie in these after the elimination episodes.
Yes.
Moments. This interpretive turkey dance was cringy, and it wasn't cringy for the reason you think. It was cringy because almost like the little piggy thing. It was another case of them trying to inorganically create a moment. They're like, oh, we're gonna make a moment. And they just can't do that. They want to have their thing, and it just came off like that. So it was awful. Any other thoughts, Nathan?
No.
Then there's this part at the end when Jules called herself the cucaracha of drag, and she's like, "Oh my god, did I just call myself the roach of drag?" She's like, "I hate that I just called myself that." I'm like, "No, you don't."
I feel like I've heard that before. Did
What?
you say that, or did she say that like 10 episodes ago?
That she was the cockroach of drag?
I feel like I've heard it before.
I've never said that.
Okay. Maybe Blackstone maybe did. But I
You
don't know.
heard an All Right Mary.
Maybe.
Okay, the next day. They come in, they do the mini challenge. They've done this mini challenge before where they go like, who's the most this? And then they have to vote. And the person, whoever, the majority, they all get a point. That's basically how you put it. So what did you think of this mini challenge, Nathan?
I like this mini challenge whenever they do it. I think, I don't know, maybe it's better with more people because I feel like a lot of the time it was like, oh, it's a tie and it's just two people voting. Like two people had voted for the person, but one of them was that person themselves. So really it's just one other person thought you were this as well as yourself. So it doesn't really feel like that important because I noticed like Lexi all the time was just voting for herself no matter what.
And, was she?
Yeah. Oh. I see, maybe she's a bit of a narcissist where she's just thought she applied for all the fucking answers.
It's not that she's a narcissist. Is Susie, we've seen this before. She thinks she's really wacky.
Lexi thinks she's wacky.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Lexi thinks she's super wacky.
Because it was the question about like, oh, who's going to go to a bathhouse on tour? And everyone said Sam except for Lexi, who said Lexi. And I'm like, is Lexi the horny bottom in the room?
Lexi thinks she's super wacky. She thinks she's super wacky and that she's the real hoot and that everyone sees wild and everyone's always talking about her or whatever. So, yeah.
Yeah, and because like one of the first ones when it was like a split vote tie and they were like, oh, Lexi, you got the majority. And she's like, oh my God. And it's just like, yeah, because you and one other person thought so. That's not really a majority.
I thought it was a fun mini challenge. Here's the problem though with this mini challenge, as fun as it is it exposes how little we know about these queens because the questions are very specific and often the majority will agree on something, but we haven't been privy to that part of those queens' personalities. So it's like, they're like, oh, Sam is such a whore. I'm like, she is? Like, have we ever seen evidence of that? Like you said, everyone voted for Sam except Lexi, who voted for herself. Why did they all vote for Sam? We have never seen. I can't believe. I don't think I've ever heard Sam talk about sex at all.
No, me neither. Only high school.
Yeah, just high school, and that's it. Like Sam has the way Sam's been presented on the show is almost as if like this asexual being. If I'm being honest. But then they clearly see a sexual side of Sam. So there's all these opinions about them that we aren't privy to.
Yeah, and I think I would rather see them talking about Sam being a dick pig while de-dragging than them doing a turkey dance. You know, keep it real.
Yeah, but I think this is stuff that they talk about because you know what I will say. I could see Sam feels like Sam has very carefully curated their image.
Yeah.
And I think maybe has been very careful not to present that way on camera. And maybe on the van on the ride back or when they're at the hotel, we hear more about this. Anyway, let's go. Then they go on, and RuPaul announces, brings in the moms. They all way overreact. It's really strange. I will say though, it seemed genuine. I don't think it's necessary. I mean, their parent is a part of it, obviously, but I think a big part of it also is they've been so isolated for weeks. You're just so thirsty, so to speak, for any different person. They've seen the same people for like 3 or 4 weeks now. They're so lonely. So to see that familiar person, especially your parent, could be very emotional.
Yeah, but they were overreacting. Well, they were reacting more than the people who on Survivor who have actually been stranded on an island for 30 days do when their family members come in. And they're the ones that are actually thirsty and like have actually been suffering. I don't know if these girls, like Ru's like, we put them through hell, but what?
Yeah,
they
but
had to do some improv.
On Survivor, don't they kind of know a family member is going to be there?
Yeah, eventually.
Yeah, they had no clue it was going to be a family member.
Yes, they did.
You don't think?
I think whenever you go on a reality show, you're given contacts of people who can be called in for something or other. Like, it's not a surprise that they had a family member come, I don't think. I think because they're like, here's all my information. If you need to contact someone or you need someone to pop in for Untucked or whatever, this is that person.
Okay. Well, for Untucked. They don't still do that Untucked thing, do they?
No, I haven't seen shit like that in ages. Yeah. But I don't know. I just always think like I don't know. I don't think it's that much of a surprise.
I think that they know that. No, I think look, this is my thing here. Is I think as much as is realistically possible production wise, they do try and surprise the contestants because you can't. First of all, they're not good actors, so you want to have that element of surprise as much as possible. I mean, they still don't even tell the girls exactly what the looks are. The girls did know they had a makeover challenge, obviously, but I don't think they knew who the makeover person was going to be. I don't think.
I don't know. I just know back when, season 2 of The Mole Australia was airing in like 2002, my mum knew someone who was like the friend of a contestant. And they were like, oh, on episode 8, there's going to be a challenge involving the contestants' friends. And you're that friend. And so she knew she was going to come. But this could be very different.
Wait, the contestant told her this?
When the contestants signed up for the show, they were like, oh, here's my person you can call for anything. For crowd participation. Here's my support person.
Oh, well, I don't know exactly how it worked. But
who cares? They overreacted, basically.
The point I was getting at is they bring in the moms, they're crying. And then this RuPaul, she thinks she's such a good actress. It is the fakest cry.
Yeah.
And the way that there's no whenever you really cry, it's not like you cry and then you just stop crying.
Yeah.
And she's crying and she's like, I love to see it. We put these people through hell. And you're like, that was really, she turned on a dime. It was instantaneous. It was like, there was no anyway, no, it was just like, boom, next sentence.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous. Any other thoughts?
Until this point, before they start getting to work?
Yeah, we're not at the work yet.
Yeah, no.
It was sweet. It was sweet. All right, let's move on. In the workroom, everyone gets to work with their parents to bring the best looks to the runway. Susie's mom struggles to come out of her shell. Anya's dad, Rob Banks, and Jules mourns her dead brother. For this week's table visits, RuPaul met with the drag queens and their parents. Sam's mother was her biggest defender against school bullies. Jules' parents are known in the area as the drag parents because of their unwavering support. Anya thanks RuPaul for this experience, and Lexi marvels at her mother's use of the correct pronouns for her. It's elimination day, and the queens get themselves and their parents ready for the runway. Anya shaves her dad's beard. Lexi's mom loves the face tape. Meanwhile, Susie admits envy that the other queens have such strong connections to their parents. All right, lots to cover here. In the workroom, Nathan, any big thoughts here?
Yeah, I love that Sam's mom is like, oh, I guess I just want to look like Dolly, like big hair, blonde. And I was like, that's how you walked in, babe?
Yeah.
I think Sam had the easiest transformation. I think he tried to be like, oh, she's shy, but nah. She walked in ready to body that challenge. I liked her. The other main takeaway for me is Anya's dad robbing 5 banks. Like, that's a lot of banks.
Yeah. What is the small number of banks?
1.
To rob.
Well, you think 1 or 2, and then 3 or 4, you're like, all right, well, that's a lot of banks. Then 5 that's a big number of banks. And when she said that, I was like, oh my God, like, does he want this being out there on TV? But then cut to, he's like, you know what? I got a drag name. Call me Roberta Banks. And I was like, okay, he's cool with it.
Well, look, here's the deal. I mean, I don't know how he robbed the banks, but there's a good possibility that, I mean, how did he rob these banks? Did he just go in and pass a note and then took the money and left? Or is he like everyone down on the floor?
It can't be, because he's out in free society, right?
Yeah, but I don't know how long he was in jail.
I don't know.
Because Anya does say she didn't have a big relationship with him growing up, right?
Yeah, and she's 31 now or something. So yeah, he could have been in the clink for like 20 years.
Yeah, I don't know. Who knows? I don't know the story of his situation. Any other thoughts on Anya and her dad?
I mean, he seems fun. I like when the dads put on boobs. That's always fun for me.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about Jules and the dead brother. It's a very sad story, and I can't even imagine what a horror show that must have been. It's only like 2 years ago. It seems so soon.
Uh-huh.
But it was one of these things where I was like, okay, what's going on here? Is this the edit she's getting? She's going home, right?
Oh, you thought?
Well, I was like, either she's going to win the challenge or she's going to go home, and she didn't win the challenge.
No.
Because she got a lot of the dead brother. There was a lot of like the extra care you take with someone who's going to go home. Like when Lana all of a sudden was a mime, and you're like, what? Why is this coming out right now? And so like, yeah.
This is why I said it was another episode of story for them to make cases for the finale.
Look, guys, everyone listening, if you're listening, you watched the episode likely. You likely watched the episode. If you have not watched the episode, there's very little to this episode. A lot of it is a lot of fluff. No real conflict. Even the moms get along. There's nothing really, and the dads, everyone gets along. Everything's great. I did think when the mom and Lexi were getting along, it's going to be really awkward when the mom sees the episode where Lexi talks about her kicking her out of the house.
Well, I don't know why she kicked her out. Like, is it because she was on meth, or is it because she was queer or trans?
I think she says because she was gay.
See, that is pretty rough.
Yeah, I don't think she becomes trans till later. I think she says she's gay, and this is where I wish I had like a line producer right here who could go do research this. What episode is it? And I would just pull it up. But I don't. It was like it's early on though. Yeah. Again, let me put a note to myself to pull this. So I'm going to pull this for Relaska thoughts.
Yeah, she said something how she went to that share house and she had to piss in jars or something, right?
Yeah.
Because she was doing drag? Yeah, I do remember.
No. What happened was, if I remember correctly, she told the mom she was gay. The mom kicked her out. Like as soon as I don't know if she was 18 or not. And then that's when she found a drag mother who said, you can live with me, but they didn't have electricity.
Oh,
and then
that's right.
They had to pee in bottles. And the only thing she could do to survive was sell her body or something like that. It was really odd. So anyway.
But then Lexi's talking to her mum and she's like, oh my God, I've just realized I'm so jealous of Susie because Susie's the theater kid who didn't do meth. And she's like, that's me if I didn't do drugs. And I'm like, I don't know. You guys are very different still. Like, meth or no meth. And why Susie? Like, as far as we know, Sam hasn't done meth. Anya hasn't done meth. Joella didn't do meth. So why? I still don't understand this thing with Susie, but she acts like there's this big revelation. Like, oh my God, Susie's me in another timeline.
I'm not going to even comment on the validity of it. It's Lexi again. It feels like you're always taking Lexi and taking anything she says seriously. She's a crazy person. Lexi is legitimately a crazy person. And yeah, I mean, it's just she's a crazy person. She says crazy ass shit.
If I was Susie, I'd be getting uncomfortable with it right now.
Why?
Because I'm like, you know what, Lexi, that's a little bit too obsessed with me, doll.
Did Lexi say it to Susie? She just said in confessional, right?
Well, she was talking about it in her mum in the workroom. I know Susie's aware of the obsession.
Susie's mom. She's another big talking point. We kind of brought her up. What did you think of her?
I thought maybe she was sick. Like, I don't know, she got Lyme disease or
There's
something.
Something going on. She looked very, very unhappy.
Yeah,
like,
just the way Susie was like,
there.
let me get you a shawl, and like puts a blanket around her. I was like, is she going to fall apart at any minute?
Jules is literally like, my brother died and my dad hasn't been the same. And he comes in and he's like running around in floppy fake titties, right? And the Susie asks him on to wear high heels and she's like, no, what? Please don't ask me to do that. I just kind of think the mom has a lot of issues. You know, you know what? This is something Susie and Lexi do have in common. They have moms with a lot of fucking issues. And Lexi and this is what Lexi has seen. Lexi is seeing that the both of them want the mom's love more than anything, and they're not getting it.
I just don't know how Susie's getting away with not sharing. Like, she's sort of alluded to trauma or alluded to some drama. And even Sam this episode is like, oh, there's something going on with Susie that we just don't know about yet. And I just think, like, I don't know, I would have expected Rue to be like really getting in there and prodding and prying and trying to figure out what it is. But she's seemingly been able to skate by just being vague.
Mm-hmm.
And I wouldn't have expected that from a reality TV program.
Anything from the table visits?
Well, Sam's talking about high school again. I do think that's like his one story. Jules mentions that her dad really wanted to do a reveal. And I thought, well, what happened there? Like, because there wasn't one. Susie was getting the kooky music when talking about her look, but I actually thought she was doing the correct thing, which is like to do a look in your style, like in your drag character. So I don't know why they were trying to make us think that she was going to bomb. And that's about it.
You know, what was the first thing you said?
Sam.
Oh, I think I said this on Rulaska Thoughts. Which is, Sam has had a pretty charmed life. And but so desperately wants to be a marginalized, part of a marginalized group.
Yeah.
And so I think goes back to high school because that was probably the last time somebody maybe said something to them under their breath. I'll get more into this on Rulaska Thoughts. We got an email to the person who's listening. Don't worry, we're going to keep you completely anonymous. But we got an email from somebody who knows Samuel Starr.
Oh.
And talked about how Samuel Starr is not a very nice person at all.
Oh, well.
And that the image that, no one's shocked. And that the image they project is not real.
Well,
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we've been done you.
I am interested to hear.
Yeah, we'll hear about Rulaska Thoughts. Look, she looked like she was one of the mean girls. And I'm sure somebody told her off and she was like, oh, homophobia. And it was just like, no, you're an asshole.
Yeah.
Not homophobia. You're an asshole. Thank you. Anything on Elimination Day?
I did enjoy when Sam's mum was talking to Susie's mum. and sort of doing the whole like, oh, I'm a more supportive parent type thing. It was giving me like that scene from Bridesmaids where they do the speeches and they're like competing. That's it.
Yeah, the only thing I really had was Jules, and then they were bringing up the fucking Piggy thing. I think again in the room they're thinking, "Oh, Piggy's gonna be. We are gonna change the gay lexicon and make Piggy a thing."
I still don't know if it's a good thing to be a piggy or a bad thing to be a piggy.
They're saying it's a good thing because you eat. You're eating.
No, enough.
You ate. You ate on the runway, so you're a piggy because you can't stop eating. Yeah. So it's dumb. All right, now it's actually time for the looks. I actually intentionally asked, this is the first time, I asked Blackstone not to weigh in. Yeah, because I didn't think it'd be right if he's, calling Susie's mom some horrible anti-Semitic term or Anya's dad some horrible anti-black term. I don't know why. Maybe because the contestants signed up for it. I don't know. No one deserves that kind of abuse. But the parents especially don't. So I go, who can be sweet? Who can be nice?
Oh, no.
Who can be giving? And that's Helen Schaefer-Gray. Look, I know. Look, Blackstone wasn't upset. He was going away on a vacation on a farm in Germany for the week. So he was fine.
He goes to Germany a lot.
He does. It's not a short flight. And then he's going to some farm in Germany. It's really weird. And so Helen sent me a thing. Each one is really long.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
So I'm gonna tell you, if she starts going on a tangent, we're just gonna talk over her.
Yeah.
Okay. So because I want to hear your thoughts on the looks and whatnot. So let me go over to the looks. The first one we have is Susie Toot. Susie Toot. All right, here we go.
Oh, exquisite. The bold use of black and white stripes is simply striking, evoking the golden age of animation with such flair. There's a charming theatricality here that whispers avant-garde.
I don't know if it
without
whispers.
Yeah.
Shouting. It reminds me of the summer I spent in Poughkeepsie in 1973.
I knew.
Oh, I was young and carefree.
I usually
and
go on one of these
believed in
tangents.
myself just a little
Kind of want to hear
too
this.
much.
No.
I was working in a small flower shop, and there was this young man who simply adored me. It was absolutely delightful. Well, it turns out that he made a rare discovery. It was this amazing plant that was unlike any other plant I had
Yeah, it's
ever
not going
seen.
anywhere. Is it weak?
It drew in
I told you.
far
It's just-
and wide to come.
So what did you think of the look?
I thought it was very Susie. So the resemblance was there, the character was there.
Not so much a
I
gentleman
thought
as
the
a
tapping, I
dentist
thought,
by
not again.
trade, and he
And the
wasn't
flats on the
very
mum
kind.
were very, very
Right.
flat. Like, I'm sorry. Like,
Abusive.
Anya's shaving her dad's beard. You can put that bitch in some heels.
And then other
What'd you
people I
think?
knew started to go missing.
I liked it, but it was
I
fine.
never did find
But
out what happened with that boy and his plant.
What?
Wait,
But I
what?
do hope that they found a place to live. Somewhere that's green.
That's what?
She's just doing Little Shop of Horrors, I think.
Does she think she's in Little Shop of Horrors? I wasn't listening, so I don't know what. Oh, you know what? Yeah, you know what? Robert thinks that her niece or nephew is right. Yeah, it's Susie Toot. She does Ellen Green. I don't know. I don't get it. Anyway, I like the look, but I like Max Fleischer cartoons, and I like that aesthetic and stuff like that. So I'm kind of a sucker for it. I thought it was cute. I thought I liked it. I thought it was one of the stronger
I
ones.
mean, it could if Susie hadn't built herself up to be this fucking cuckoo bird, loving that sort of style, it would have been a cop out. But because that's built into her character, great, smart.
All right, here we go. Next, we have Lexi Love. Lexi Love. Here we go.
Oh, what passion! The hearts, the corsetry, the candy-colored fantasy. It's all so wonderfully festive. There's such courage in embracing this much romance on one body. I admire the conviction especially when it's shared between generations. It reminds me of the passionate years I spent in Paris as an opera singer.
What?
She did
I had no
opera?
experience other than the fact that my father had been a violinist.
Oh.
Before he passed, he promised me that I would be visited
What is she
by
talking
the
about?
angel of music.
I think she was going into intergeneral
It was
relationships.
then that I would discover my
She's a bit of a
true
trigger.
I don't know. Anyway, what did you think of this look?
Paris I went.
I thought it was very Lexi. I thought the resemblance was there. Fucking Michelle. I did think it was almost so similar to the design look she did for Betsy Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, I've seen this before,
He taught
Lexi.
me how to be
But yeah, I thought she did all right. I thought she was, in the middle.
It was then and there.
I wonder what she said.
Bizarre set of circumstances. I became an overnight success.
Bitch, this is Phantom of the
Not only
Opera.
that, I reconnected with my childhood crush.
You think so?
Raoul, the
Yeah.
Vicomte de Chagny.
There it is.
Okay. Do you think she? Okay.
She thinks she's Christine Daae. No, bitch.
Wait, she was just the girl from Little Shop of Horrors. Anyway, okay. I thought it was fine. It was fine. It was totally. In other words, it was safe.
Yeah.
It did its job. All right. Next, we have Sam Star. This is the winning look.
Okay.
Sam Star, the winning look.
Oh, dazzling. This is what happens when glamour and Americana have a baby and then send it to finishing school. The harmony between their silhouettes and styling is nothing short of inspired. I simply want to live inside this look's fantasy, assuming it has gated security.
What?
This reminds me of a moment in the 1980s when I took a job at a company as a secretary.
Okay, now, since. Oh, is it going to start over?
Secretary?
Oh, no. So, she's saying she took a job as a secretary. She's done Phantom of the Opera. She's done Little Shop of Horrors.
What is this,
Do you think
Thoroughly
this is
Modern
fake,
Millie or
do you think it's
something?
real? I don't know. Do you think this is real or something, or what do you think it is?
No, I think those musicals are based on her life.
For a wretched man named Mr. Hart. At first, I had no friends because he was telling everyone in the office that he and I were having an affair. Well, after I confided in a couple of the girls at work, we...
Now, I'm not even talking about the look. We're just talking, I'm trying to figure out what things
Is it Chicago?
we became fast friends. One day, we thought we had killed him. And we had this insane night where we thought we had stolen his corpse.
Is this 9 to 5?
It turned
It's 9 to 5.
out that he had woken up in the...
Oh, she's Dolly Parton in 9 to 5.
So we kidnapped him and held him hostage.
Okay, what did you think of this look? I'm not going to deal with this.
To know. Pretended as if he
Yeah, I
was
thought she
still
nailed it.
going
I
to
thought it
know.
was very Sam. The resemblance was there. They looked good. The outfits were good. It was a good job.
What a way to make a living.
Okay. Okay. Why am I falling for this?
I don't know, mate.
I'm now wanting to know what each one is. Now I'm like, do you think she and Blackstone are getting together and they're secretly laughing at me?
Yes.
I bet you Blackstone. Robert was saying it's her niece or something. I think it's Blackstone.
Oh, you think?
I don't know. Here we go. Next we have Sam looked fine. It was a little. Honestly, I didn't really like it. I don't like that aesthetic. I don't like denim. I don't like Southern. I don't like Western. I don't like anything like that.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, here we go. Like to be honest with you, I love Dolly Parton and who she is and what she stands for, and love 9 to 5. I don't like her aesthetic. All right, here we go. Anya Nerve.
Oh, how daring. This juxtaposition of hard and soft is just so clever, like a couture yin-yang. There's an
See, I think she writes the fashion part, and then I think Blackstone is saying, oh, say this.
undeniable familial energy here, though I do wonder if they spent the holidays together lately. Still, I commend the storytelling, even if it's a touch interpretive. Speaking of stories.
All right, here we go. Okay.
Here we go.
Here we go. Before we do this, what do you think of this look?
I thought it was a bit of a mess. She says that the look's outside her aesthetic, and I was like, yeah, it should stay out there. It was probably the least cohesive one. It didn't look great, but I loved her dad's attitude.
All right. Yeah, I thought it was a hot mess. Okay, now we're going to try and figure out what fucking she thinks she's doing here.
Got one for you. Anya reminds me of this one friend I met in college. No one liked her because of the color of her skin.
What?
Wait, friend she met in where?
In college.
Oh, okay.
No one liked her because of the color of her skin.
Okay. Trying to think of the help or I don't know. What do you think it is?
Color purple?
Oh, color purple, yeah.
Well, we became roommates and I didn't like her at first either.
Oh.
But then she grew on me. I tried to make her understand how important it was to be popular, like me. And she was one of those do-gooders who always has to stir up trouble. She decided to take her complaints straight to the wizard himself.
Oh, there it is.
And then she found out he wasn't so great after all.
Yeah.
She chose a different path than I did, and well, that ended the friendship for good.
Did you say for good? Do you think she knows what she's... Okay, here's the part. Someone is clearly writing that... Like, this is my theory. My theory is she writes the fashion part. She likes that. And then somebody is manipulating her and saying, you have to say this part. And she's just going with it.
Maybe.
And I think it's Blackstone.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I think he just wants to fuck with the show. Okay, last one. Jules Sparkles. Okay. Watch, listen. I think the first part is her.
Okay.
Oh, how whimsical. These plush pastel ensembles are just so joyful, like if Fashion Week were held in a daycare in Aspen. It's playful, it's charming, it's possibly contagious. I support it wholeheartedly. For the Sparkles family and no one else.
Okay. That seems her.
It reminded me of...
Once the voice goes, you know, it reminds her of something. All right, here we go.
When I was just a darling little girl, living my truth in a charming pastel onesie. When I was violently abducted by a giant blue socialist and his one-eyed libertarian
I know what
roommate.
this is.
Okay, wait, what is it?
It's Monsters, Inc. because they look like fucking Sully.
Oh.
She's Boo. She's Boo. She's got to be.
Oh, okay. I never seen Monsters, Inc.
Okay.
So,
you haven't?
No.
We did the ride at Disneyland.
We did do the ride at Disneyland. You're right. That was the first time I'd ever been on it. Remember I told you?
Yeah. And you hadn't seen the movie beforehand? Wow. Okay.
They tried to pass it off as a misunderstanding, but I assure you, I brought warmth, grace, and emotional intelligence to that dreary little monster world. In the end, I saved their entire economy with love, and then they erased my memory. But I remember, darling. I always remember.
Did she whisper?
I don't know. Maybe it's not Monsters, Inc. It feels Monsters, Inc.-ish to me.
I don't know. What didn't seem Monster Inc. to you?
The erasing the memory.
I've never seen it, so I don't know.
I don't know, but they definitely did look like fucking Sully.
Oh, okay.
These looks were terrible.
Well, again, someone's putting Helen up to this, and it seems like something. It's giving Blackstone. I'm not gonna lie.
Or it could just be genuine. She's just got all these little stories that just happen to be like other media. I don't know. It's like, you know, in Slumdog Millionaire, how the kid knew every answer to every question because he had a personal connection. Maybe that's just like her.
Yeah. All right. Well, back on the main stage, Sam Starr is named the winner of the challenge, while Anya Nerve and Jewel Sparkles are placed in the bottom two, forcing them to face off in a lip sync battle for their lives. The song "One Thing" by Amory? I don't know. In the end, both queens were told, Shantae, you stay and live to see another day. Nathan Patrick Brown, any final thoughts on the episode?
Yes. I'm really glad that they didn't make them do like an extra thing, like a flag routine or a dumb dance. Yeah, sometimes they do that. Glad they didn't do that. I love Law Roach. Swap him out in place of Ross. And also Michelle. That thing about the no family resemblance with Lexi just really pissed me off because she was like, oh, they could be friends. They could be distant cousins. And I'm like, are you the one on meth, bitch? Like, that's clearly her mother, you dumb cunt.
In fact, no one looked more like their parent than Lexi.
God, it annoys me. And it's like, you can just make someone safe or in the bottom or in the top. You don't need to construct this like fake bullshit critique every single time. So we're like, oh yeah, I guess she's in the bottom because Michelle said that one fucking thing. Like, we're not that dumb. Ugh.
Anything else?
No, that's all.
All right. Well, that's going to do it for this week's episode of RuPaul's Drag Race Recap. Be sure to join us next week and every week as we continue to discuss, dissect, and deconstruct each brand new episode of RuPaul's Drag Race Season 17. So, for Nathan Patrick Brown and myself,
sashay away until next week.
Thank you for listening to Drag Race Recap. Have something to say? Leave us a voicemail at speakpipe.com/afterthoughtmedia. You can also email us at dragracerecap@afterthought.media. For more Drag Race and LGBTQ+ content, support us over at patreon.com/afterthoughtmedia. This podcast was produced by Luke Stamen. You can follow Nathan Brown over on Instagram at NathanBrown90. Follow Joe Batance on Instagram at Joe Batance. Special thanks to these expensive tier Patreon supporters: April Pacheco, Astute Girl, Brad Coley, Derek Byers, Doofus Maximus, E. Smith, Effie Wap, Emma, Phil Skit Pony, Blind Suki, Humble Pie, J. Thomas Plank, Kathy Zender, Katie Whitmire, Lauren Eckert, Lucy Carrasco, Luke Stamen, Mary S., Mike Yeager, Nikki Baker, Nikki Pettit, Polly, Poppy Woods, Ricardo Herrera, Runner Brandon, Sarah Yu, Tom Bombs, Travi Cosmos, and Troy Anderson. Drag Race Recap is an Afterthought Media podcast.